Welcome to On Air with Akila the Genius. I am your host, Akila the Genius, and today I am with Dr. Sha Battle. She is the founder and creator of Black Women's History Month. Hello, Dr. Battle. How are you?
I'm just fine. How are you?
I'm wonderful, and I'm so happy to be talking to you. When I learned about Black Women's History Month last year, I took it
Mhm.
and ran with it. I said, "This is for me."
That's right.
you
That's
know,
right.
and once a week I posted about black women that I thought we should, you know, honor.
Mhm.
And even if it was a women's organization or,
Mhm.
I did that, and I could have done more, but I did something, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this year we are celebrating the 10-year anniversary of Black Women's History Month, and it's got to do nothing but get bigger. So, talk to me a little bit about, your motivation. What can we expect for the anniversary festivities? Just talk to me.
Okay. Well, the way I came up with Black Women's, well, actually, it's International Black Women's History Month because it's worldwide.
Yes.
And the way I came up with it, I had um, a dating website called Chocolate Cougar.
Hmm.
And what happened was there was a killer on the loose from another dating site, not mine. But I
Mm-hmm.
got spooked. And so I started Black Women in Jazz to celebrate Black women, jazz singers, composers, and all that attribute to that.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was looking for Black women to honor, because I had a award show. And so while I was looking for Black women to honor, I kept coming across Black History Month, and it would always say 5 or 10 women to celebrate during Black History Month. And so then I pivoted to um, uh, International Women's History Month, and it oftentimes said the same thing: Black women to celebrate during International Women's Month, 5 or 10 people. And I knew that there were way more than 5 or 10 Black women to celebrate. So I then kind of went to sleep that night. God woke me up at about 3 o'clock in the morning and put it on
Mm-hmm.
my heart the words Black Women's History Month.
Wow.
And at first I was like, okay, not really paying that close of attention. But then I don't know, something happened to grab my attention. And I said, how about International Black Women's History Month? I said, I like that. But I figured somebody already had done it. I was like, oh, I'm sure that we already have something like that. And so I immediately got up and started researching and didn't find it. And I remember I had made Black Women's in Jazz and the Arts. That month is in March.
Mm-hmm.
So I had already created that and set it aside and, developed and everything. We were having award shows and everything. And so then Black Women's History Month was like a no-brainer to me.
Right.
And I said, okay, so we got to do the same thing. We definitely need to honor Black women throughout history
Yes.
and currently present to celebrate, because we Black women have done incredible things and we're incredible people and we need to be honored and celebrated. And I then came up with International Black Women's History Month and proceeded to do what I needed to do to make it an official month of observance. And I chose April because April springtime. I figured Black History Month is in the winter, and then Women's History Month. Well, it's kind of half winter, half
Mm-hmm.
getting going to spring. And I said, you know what, we need to renew that energy and have Black Women's History Month
Mm-hmm.
or International Black Women's History Month and the springtime.
Yeah.
And it's a renewed energy. It's fresh. We're shedding off that winter. It's just a great time to well, at least I thought it was a great time to celebrate that kind of thing. And so here we are, and this is the 10th year.
I think you're right. I think that, it's amazing, for lack of a better way to describe it.
Mhm.
It takes one person, and you followed, you know, your intuition, like you obeyed what God told you to do.
Mhm.
So Black Women's History Month, or Black History Month, February, we do celebrate Black women, but you know, the
Not a
same
lot.
the same Black women
The
that we
same,
talk
right?
about all the time,
All
like
the time.
Madam C.J. Walker,
Right.
and
Right. All the
and
ones.
Rosa Parks, and
Right.
the same ones that we've heard about, and then these new ones that they're bringing out, through the movies and things. But then you've got the Women's History Month, which celebrates mostly white
The
women
same.
achievements,
Yeah.
and the same Black women. But
Right.
in Black International Black Women's History Month, you have done something that is so, I thank you.
You're welcome.
You need to be honored, but thank you for answering the calling and doing this, because if it weren't for us, the world would be in jeopardy.
Right. Right.
Everything is because, for real, of a Black woman.
Of a black woman. That's right.
So Sha Battle, you that girl.
Oh, that's
Okay.
sweet.
And I'm just honored to be talking to you right now.
Oh.
First question: you took the steps to make it official.
Mhm.
How has it evolved over the last decade?
Well, when I first did it and I started telling people about it, they looked at me like I had five heads,
Mhm,
okay?
mhm, mhm,
Because if you think about it, especially during that time, while I I kind of assumed that it was already done.
mhm,
However, it's something that none of us really believed that could happen. We never thought about it. We never, we thought when we got Women's History Month, that was pretty much it. And so we kind of shrugged it off. They probably were thinking, oh, that's just wishful thinking on her part. But I tried to tell people that no, this is for real. This is for real. But I had one girlfriend that I don't know if she believed me or not, but she immediately reached in her pocket and gave me some money to help me with, the advertisements or whatever I needed to do. So I really appreciate her for that. And I try to give her kudos every time
mhm,
because I really
mhm.
appreciate it. That took a
Yep,
lot of courage.
because that's what's
Um,
necessary. That financial seed.
it's very important.
Mhm,
And so throughout the time, I bought t-shirts. I sold t-shirts. I think I sold uh bags, carry-on bags, well, carry bags for ladies and what have you. I tried to just do whatever I could do to spread the word. And so throughout time, I kind of put it aside for a minute. I mean, I still had the award shows, but on a everyday basis, I wasn't really promoting it just
mhm,
because I think I was doing something else. And so then what happened was somebody reached out to me online on social media, and I thought, oh my God, it's getting some traction, because I just didn't know that and it was a group. And so I thought, okay, well, it's getting some traction. So I picked it up. I picked it up again on a daily basis, is what I'm saying. I picked it up and I just kind of ran with it,
mhm,
And as
mhm,
I did that, but I had no idea more and more people had found out about it though in the meantime, until it was really about 3 years ago that I really realized that it has circled around, just really circled around and even had gone as far as internationally. And I didn't know it. And so once I found out, of course I grabbed it and it kept running with it. And so here I am now.
How did it go internationally?
I don't know. I can't answer you. I
Well,
don't know.
what did you see that let you know?
I got a phone call. I got a phone
Okay.
call from a guy that was I think he was in, did he tell me he was in St. Thomas or something?
Mhm,
And he and I talked on the phone, and he told me what he was doing to celebrate Black women, and he wanted to do a write up on me and all kinds of things, and so that's what he did. And then he also has been promoting it as well internationally. So then I had a this lady here is from a magazine, Boss Magazine, and
Mm-hmm.
she's in Europe, and she contacted me and to let me know that they had heard about it, and she spread it all over Europe as well. So I was indeed so, I mean, overwhelmed. It was just got like a dream come true, you know.
I love.
And ever since then, it's just been going and going and going and going. It's got wings, it's traction. It's just going
Mm.
and going. And so I am so very appreciative that is getting around the way it is.
Wow. That is a testament to when you just when you answer the calling, and it's like, and it's taking off beyond what you could even ever perceive.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's
I
in
never
small
thought it.
increments, but just imagine when it just blows all the way up. Dr.
Exactly.
Battle.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And so um what role would you say media plays when shaping the narrative around Black women's contributions?
Well, when they uh, um, report on some accomplishments that we've made and
Mm-hmm.
some things that we all um, enjoy. So, like the what it's on the skip a tip of my tongue. Uh, the internet, the you know everything, that the ironing board, the everything that we utilize today that we don't even we take for granted. Really, we just take it for granted. But the Black woman, you know, originated it. She created it. She, designed it, and it's for all of our pleasure. All of us,
Mm-hmm.
reap the benefits of that person's, you know design. And
Yep.
so the media comes in play when it promotes that, tells about it, tells about the film, promoting the films that the women are in, and the art that they display, all kinds of things. So that is where the media really comes in, reporting
Mm-hmm.
positive, accomplishments. And it helps all of us Black women to feel good about that, because so much so they always reporting something negative, but the positive things need to be reported as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that they would be or are vital. The media is vital in reporting this kind of stuff.
For sure. I saw that you booked Climax featuring Cheryl Cooley. That's amazing because I was working for Radio One
Mm-hmm.
when I heard about International Black Women's History Month.
Okay.
And I met Climax featuring Cheryl Cooley
Mm-hmm.
at the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
I got fired from the radio station because I did an interview with Climax featuring Cheryl Cooley. And now I'm talking to you and you booked them for the 10-year anniversary. So how's that for full circle?
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Interesting.
How'd you come to book them for the
Well,
celebration?
I've always liked their music.
Yeah.
I used to, when I was younger, man, please, I jammed to that music. Yeah, meeting in
Listen.
ladies' room,
Oh man.
all of that stuff. So, I've always liked them. She and I have talked over the years, and, just opportunity wasn't good
Mm-hmm.
early on because of finances, I'll be honest with you. And
Mm-hmm.
so, it's better now.
Well, they put on a good show, and I actually got the opportunity to tour with them
Hmm.
once I left the radio station.
Hmm.
They were like, Akila, I feel so bad that you got fired because of us. So come on the road with us.
Mm.
So I went with them to a few cities, and it was an amazing opportunity and experience. But it's so wonderful that to know that they're going to be in Atlanta for the 10-year anniversary in April. So I'm going to definitely try my best to be there. What else can we expect for the 10-year anniversary?
Well, it's a 3-day weekend.
Hmm.
It begins April 24th,
Hmm.
25th, and 26th. On the Friday night, we're having the welcome party, of course.
Hmm.
And that theme is the 70s, the 70s theme party. And we'll have Black Women in Jazz Awards that night as well. We will have comedians. We'll have, you know, the 70s music and everything like that, and we'll have hors d'oeuvres and pretty nice stuff. Saturday is the Shades of Pink and Yellow Mask Heritage Ball. That's and it's black tie. As a matter of fact, the whole weekend is really black tie, with the exception of Sunday. And then for Saturday night, Saturday daytime is Shira Fest conference. And Shiro Fest will have vendors and games for kids and things for kids. We'll have speakers, we'll have presentations and all that. And that's from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. And then the evening event starts at 6 p.m. with open doors open at 5. And it is, like I said, the shades of pink and yellow masked heritage ball. And we will also have Black Women's History Month honors, which is awards. We'll have music by Tony Red, the recording artist. We will have speakers. The One of the speakers will be the delegate from Virginia who was responsible for creating the Black Women's History Month for the state of Virginia getting passed.
Mm.
And we will have Joteka Edie, who is with Win with Black Women. We
Yeah.
will have Georgia Representative Rhonda Taylor, who was in District 92, and a couple of more speakers um, for that Saturday night. And that Sunday is the praise breakfast, where
Mhm.
we will have praise. We'll be praising God for basically blessing.
Yes.
And so we'll have a praise breakfast, and it will include recording artist um, Rosa Clay, speaker Elder Iris A. Miles. We will have choirs and breakfast, and that would be conclude our weekend.
That sounds amazing. I will be there. I will be there.
Well, please come, please.
Oh my God, because the only way you win is with Black women. So
Oh.
I thought whoever created that one, win with Black
Well, it was
women. Like,
Joe Taker Edie who's speaking at the
yes.
at
Oh
our
God,
event.
I'm gonna be her.
Yes.
I'm gonna be her. But that sounds like an amazing weekend. Um, in your view, because it's a movement. Not only is it a movement, but it's what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of. How would you describe it though? It's not just a movement. It's not heavy, but it's necessary. It's in order for us to continue to move forward, we have to do this. This feels like prophecy.
Oh wow.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
Beyond any organization that Black women can be a part of. This
Mhm.
is inclusive. This is all inclusive.
Mhm. Because if you have a drop of black blood in your body, this is
Mhm.
for you.
Mm,
This is for you, Afro Latinas,
mm.
any black blood in your body. This is for you. And we are
International
to
Black Women's
celebrate each
History
other. We
Month.
are to uplift each other. We are to educate and just basically celebrate each other.
Yes.
because of what we're doing currently, what we've done in the past, the shoulders we stood on, teach, and we got to teach our younger crowd,
Mm-hmm.
men and women, really,
Mm-hmm.
boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
We need to teach them all because they need to appreciate. They don't know that we have it. We haven't been taught. I wasn't taught in school, and I never heard of anything like that. I never heard that black women did this, that, and the other. I never heard of all that. They didn't
Right.
teach it in school except for the same, like you mentioned, Rosa Parks,
Mm-hmm.
the same people that we heard of from the time we entered school to the time we left school.
Mm-hmm.
And so we need to know that black women have attributed so much and continue to attribute it. Every black woman has something to give, and it might not always be to world history, but it's to their own, like their children, their children's children, excuse me, their children, their children's children, their neighbors, their cousins, their all women, have something to contribute. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. I mean, we knew how to make meals out of hardly anything.
Mm-hmm.
We knew how to stretch meals. We knew how to feed our children. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we didn't get caught up in so much as some of us had money, but most of us didn't.
And
And
whether we
so,
did or we didn't, like you said, we knew how to make something out
right,
of nothing.
right, and it tastes good too. And that was just dinner or lunch or breakfast or whatever, something to eat. But
Mm-hmm.
in all things, we can honor God. We can thank God for things because He gave us things that created something out of nothing. You know,
He or she, because a lot of people think
right?
black woman,
True,
the
true,
black woman is God.
true. That's true. You're right.
That's why it's so deep for me, and I feel like for a lot of people, and that's why you didn't learn that. That's why we didn't learn that in school because they're not
They
trying to
would.
teach you who you are,
Right,
especially if
right,
you don't know.
right.
So we're
That's
gonna
right.
take advantage of that.
That's right. That's right. But I think it's high time we know.
It's
And
high
not only,
time.
and a lot of us don't even know. I'm
Yeah.
still learning. I will probably forever learning to the day I die. And I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
As well as, our neighbors and our children, our children's children. We all are going to keep learning about each other and about the things that the people that we stand on their shoulders have taught us. And, we can learn. It's so much. It's
Yeah.
so much to
So
learn.
many stories. So many stories.
God,
I
so many.
interviewed, yeah, I interviewed an artist who talked about how passing down stories is what's important,
Yes,
and it is because, and if we don't pass down not just our familial stories, but also the stories, of black women, then it'll be lost,
yes.
which is why they try to erase it,
Which
but
is why they tried to. They didn't want us to know, where we actually came from
it's okay because
and
it's
what we're
intrinsic.
able. Right, right.
It's
You
intrinsic.
can't keep it down. You
You
can't
can't
keep. There's
erase it.
no way. You can try, but you can't. It just won't. God will make a way
God
every
will make
time.
a way, and you
Every
answered the
time.
calling, and you answered the calling, which is why I love you, which
Thank
is why
you.
I love this initiative. Um, how can communities, though, in your view, how can communities better support and amplify Black women's voices year round?
Well, one thing that the community can do is honor the Black woman, honor
Hmm.
the Black businesses,
Hmm.
the catering business, jewelry business, whatever kind of business she has. Honor her, support her, tell her stories, tell everybody stories that they come into. Share the news. you know
Hmm.
they can do all of that. They
Yeah.
can watch the TV with her in movies, and read her books, buy her sculptures, buy her artwork.
Hmm.
There's there are price points for everybody, so you can buy something, you know
Yeah.
what I mean, and you can support some kind of way. But just let the Black woman know that you appreciate her. You appreciate her talents, her work, whatever it is, whether it's, like I said, read her books, Support her efforts, support the politicians, the Black female politicians. Make sure you go vote, because that's very, very, very important. you know there's a lot of things that the community could do. Make sure the children are fed, and help the Black woman pay the bills. Really all the women, but especially Black women, help them to pay the bills if they
Right.
need help. you
That's
know
right.
sometimes we need help, sometimes we need one time help.
Mm-hmm.
But do what you can do, because everybody can do something. It may be one small thing, but there is something that you could do. If you can't think of anything to do, contribute $5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could be $3. It could just contribute something. Incidentally, we have on our website, which is www.blackwomenshistorymonth.com, areas where you can make donations. We've been accepting donations. We have actually been helping single parents with food and with the utilities and with the rent. And so we desperately need more help via donations to come in so that we can continue doing this, especially now. And so we're asking for donations to please come in. But yeah, the community could really help that way.
Okay. Thank you for that. For young Black women watching who want to make an impact, and to build something the way you have, what advice would you give them um, today?
The first advice I will give them is believe in yourself, believe
Mhm.
in your vision, believe that you can do it, believe in everything you can do or anything you can do to make changes to this world. You can look out on this world and say, oh, I need this to change. I need this to be this way or that way. I need to see positive, influences. Um, so I need to do it. If the saying goes, this my grandmother taught me. She said that you're not a failure until you've tried and failed. But if you
Mm,
never try, you will never know. And if
mm,
you see something that needs to be done, that you feel that needs to be done, you don't see it happening anywhere, then that means it's for you to do, you to start,
mm.
you to cultivate. And so
Wow.
my suggestion would be for Black girls, you see what needs to be done, you see what you would like to have happen, then it means that you need to do it yourself. And think about how you would want to do it, pray about it, and you will do it. You will make that change.
That's what we grew up learning, though. If you want something done right, you gotta.
You got to do it yourself.
Period.
Yep. I don't care if it takes money. A lot of times, and here's the funny thing with me. I if I think, I don't know where I got this from. I swear I don't. But for some reason, I think that I am ultra woman. I can do whatever I want to do. And so,
And you can.
funny. And I think that if it's supposed to be done a certain way, then you got to do it. Now, for me, Black women deserve it all. They deserve the best of the best of the best. And so when I committed to doing this, creating, Black Women's History Month, International Black Women's History Month, Black Women in Jazz, and anything, I knew that it was going to take a lot of money
Mhm.
because, you know, it was because of the way I want it done. I want it done perfectly. I'm like a perfectionist.
Yes.
And so I knew that if it's gonna be if I'm gonna do it, then I got to put my own money into it. Now I ain't have no money,
Yes.
but I I took what I had. God blessed it, stretched it, and man, now I don't have to worry so much about it. I do still have to worry about it. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong,
Mhm.
but I don't have to worry so much about where the money's going to come from, just because of how I've cultivated it and supported it and worked it and everything like that. But my the awards show that I created is fabulous. It is fabulous. It's fabulous. And the awards that I give out, are ultra fabulous. They could stand right next to your Oscars and your Emmys and Golden Globe awards. It can sit right next to them. They are so fine and they're so heavy, and they're like women. Um, uh, what do you call it? What do you call it when they want it so badly because of the way it is? Um, uh, I can't think of the word I want to
Covet,
use.
covet.
Covet. There you go. Covet. They covet the awards, and how I found out about it was one, one lady was said this was the Black Women in Jazz Awards, and she said you. She said a lot of people give those acrylic awards, and and she said you don't give acrylic awards. I said, well, no,
Uh-huh.
but the reason I don't is because again, I think that Black women deserve the
Yes.
greatest.
The
I think they
highest.
deserve the highest, the
Yes.
finest of things. And so I put that, and I pay handsomely for it. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But it's what I want, it's what I see.
Mhm.
And she says they give or paper awards or whatever. And I didn't say anything to her, but what I wanted to say was don't worry about what you get. People kind of give you what they think and what they can afford. I mean, nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. But I again think I'm ultra woman, and I think that Black women deserve so much, the best
Mhm.
that I can give, and that's what I work towards, giving the best that I can give them.
And because that's where you started, that's the foundation. Just imagine that when you do get that seed, right? When you do get those millions of dollar
I would love that.
donations, right? How much better it's even going to be. Like it's not even going to seem like you went far because you already started at the pinnacle. You know what I
I
mean? Like,
know.
but we're a lot alike in that way. I
Okay.
I, I don't like to do anything. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm a visionary,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I seek perfection. I
Right.
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I
Right.
believe I'm perfect.
Right. Right. There you go.
People don't like that, but I don't care what people think.
Right. You can't. You can't. You have to just, hear it and keep it moving. You literally have to keep it moving because everything other people they depend on this. They they grasp it. It makes a big difference in people's lives, believe it or not.
For sure.
And they hang on to it. So that's why you have to give your best.
Hmm.
That's why it's important for me rather to give my best and to make sure I'm very supportive of women.
I love that. Are you involved in any other women's organizations or women's initiatives?
Not directly,
Okay.
not directly, only because I just don't have the time. But yeah,
That's
not
okay.
directly.
What
Hmm.
you're doing is going to unite all of us. So it
Okay.
doesn't matter. And I think like that all the time. Like I used to want to be a part of a sorority but I find myself always in the room with those women. You
Okay.
know what I mean? It
Hmm.
doesn't, you know, I've always found myself kind of wanting to be my friend. She says, "You're a joiner." I'll
Okay.
join organizations, especially if they're doing positive things in the community.
Hmm.
I've always wanted to start a scholarship fund. So I joined an organization who already kind of had one and I
Hmm.
donated, not a lot of money, but a
Hmm.
substantial amount of money to an
Okay.
organization. And I, became a part of it. But then I kind of pulled away from the organization and I'm not technically a part of the organization anymore, but it doesn't matter. I'll still support them. Um,
Hmm.
and what you're doing, um, again, it encompasses all of it.
Hmm.
So we're all connected regardless of what
Hmm.
organizations we're a
Hmm.
part of.
Hmm.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You created your own. You know what I mean? And they're gonna come. So what's next? What's next for Black Women's History Month, International Black Women's History Month in the next 10 years?
Well, what I'm working on currently is to establish a scholarship fund for the HBCUs, because that's another thing
Yes.
that's on my heart as well.
Yeah.
Um, you know, encouraging, supporting the children who are graduating and attending college, because it takes a lot to go to college. It really does. A lot of commitment, a lot of forethought, a lot of, you know, courage and everything. So I want to support the children who are, wanting to establish their careers and helping them financially, especially those who cannot or may not have what it takes financially to, for a long-term career in college. Um, Also, I would like to establish other programs and initiatives to help the Black woman, especially Black businesses, to get off the ground, through grants, and mostly grants, because I don't really want to do loans. I don't want them to have to pay the money back. I would rather that they, you know, get grants, and then from grants that they will contribute to the grants donations as well with their money, and to help the next group of people that who would need it, uh, and just making sure that it gets around the world, and eventually every state can make it a law, so
Mm.
that you know it could be celebrated and appreciated really by all people, because other persuasions know that Black women are very instrumental in
Mhm.
making them who they are. Really.
Of course they know.
Right.
Wow, I'm blown away. I feel honored. God is just has a way that you just can't even fathom.
Right. Right.
Because in some way, in a lot of ways, we're kindred spirits. I wouldn't
Oh,
be shocked if we had the similar bloodline, same bloodline.
I wouldn't be shocked either.
I would not be shocked if I found that out, because everything that you want to do at some point I wanted to do and I still want to do,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
So but the thing is, we win with Black women, like you said. We go farther together, and I'm on board with whatever it is that you're doing. So Black woman, I honor you, Dr. Sha Battle. I appreciate you. um Thank you for your stick to itiveness, because you know if you gave up, which I don't think you would have, because it's like I already got started and it's in your heart, so it's got to keep going.
I'm always creating something. Like I
Mhm.
said, I had a dating website, and
Right.
believe it or not, the name came to me also at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Chocolate Cougar, and I was like, "Oh, I like that." And I remember saying, "Well, if I'm gonna
Mhm.
name it Chocolate Cougar, I got to have a real live cougar at some of my main.
Yeah.
What I had was offline mingles, and I had online dating with offline mingles, and the mingles were so that people could meet in person,
Mhm.
basically, so that you could, that 6 or 7, 8 degrees of separation.
Yes.
hmm So
It's
I
less
said,
than that. It's like one or two.
okay. And so I was like, so if somebody ain't supposed to be here, we don't know about it.
We're
So,
going to. Yes.
but I said we got to have us a real live cougar. And I had a real live cougar and a couple of the mingles. It was so much
Yeah.
fun, and that whole thing was so much fun. But I got spooked when, like I said, it was another very popular
Mhm.
dating site. Mine wasn't as popular, but
Mhm.
this was another dating site. It was a very, very, very popular, but they had a killer. And what he was doing
Right.
was making dates with the women and killing them. And I
Okay.
got spooked because that could happen anytime, anywhere.
Right.
And so I got really spooked, and that's how I changed. Yeah, that's what prompted me to change.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm always doing something, I'm always
Mm.
creating, but that's how I was raised. My
Mhm.
mother was an entrepreneur. She had several businesses,
Mhm.
and she would take us with her, me and my brother and my sister. She would take us with her, so that I don't know if it was she didn't have a babysitter, or she wanted us to see what she was doing. I don't know which one it was. It could have been both. But I took up the I I took up that gene. My dad was an entrepreneur. My granddad was an entrepreneur. My grandma Kitty Atwater was she was a midwife. So,
Mm-hmm.
but she was very, very, very positive. She's the
Mm-hmm.
one that told me, "You're not a failure until you've tried and failed. But if you
Right.
never try, you will never ever know." And she says, "So go try." I
Right.
was I had gotten a I was looking for a job one time, and I had gone to AT&T to take a well they wanted to give me a test.
Mm-hmm.
It wanted me to do electronics because I had electronics background, but at that time I didn't. I got an electronic background a couple of years later, but they wanted me to take this technical test, and I was like, I don't know that stuff. And I was telling my grandmother, and she says, you're not a failure until you've tried and failed. But if you never try, you never know.
Right.
And from that, I have always
Mm-hmm.
remembered that she told me that probably about 50 years ago. And
Mm-hmm.
I've always, always, always made that, my criteria for everything. I would always look at everything and then say those words to myself and gain the courage
Yeah.
to to do whatever it is that I wanted to do. And sure enough, I went and took that test and passed that test, but then they
Wow.
put a freeze on the hiring. So, but I think that the lesson was for me to, absorb what
Mm-hmm.
my grandma had said.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was, but I always, always, even to this day, listen to those words and remember those words that she told me and everything that I kind of come up with. And like I said, I'm very creative. I thank God for that. I'm very creative. I come up with
Mm-hmm.
stuff all the time and drop it. My mind just kind of goes all the time. I
Yeah.
can't, like, I created a couple of books.
Okay.
One is International Black Women's History Month, and it basically is a children's book telling them how I came about it. It's sold on Amazon and on my website. And so then this year, maybe what, 2 months ago, I created a Black women's history coloring book for kids.
Okay.
For kids. And so it's on. I sell them as well from my website as well as Amazon sells them. Then I came up with the uh, and this has to do with the 10-year anniversary of International Black Women's History Month. It's a gratitude journal. It's a
Mm-hmm.
prayer and gratitude journal. Um, Very nice. It's a real thick.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 211 pages, and it's a very nice book. Very nice book. But I
Okay.
came up with that one, and I got a lot of other things in my head
Right. Will
that.
all of those be on sale
Oh
at
yeah,
the event?
they're on sale now.
I
Yeah,
know, but can we tangibly can we
oh yeah, you can pick it
tangibly,
up at
pick it
at
up?
the event. Yeah, I'll definitely
Okay.
have them at the event. Yeah.
So give us all the details about the event, the date, the time, the place, and ticket price, website where we can buy it, if it's on eBite, all of that. Let us know because
Okay.
we're going to be there.
Okay. So you can go to www.blackwomen's with an S historymonth.com. On there, you can buy tickets to the event. All of the tickets to the event, except the Saturday Shiro Fest, those tickets are $10. But the evening events for the 3 days are $50. All of them are $50 each day. Again, you can go to www.blackwomenshistorymonth.com and purchase your tickets. The event is going to be held at the Atlanta Airport Marriott. It's
Mhm.
on 4711 Best Road in Atlanta. It's about 5 minutes from the airport.
Okay.
You can get sleeping rooms there. We have a room block. The rooms are $109 per night.
That's not a
Um,
problem at all.
and what else do you want to know? I'm
That's all
sorry.
we need to know. It's going to be 5 minutes from the airport. It's
Yeah,
at the Marriott. Your tickets are $50 per evening,
hmm,
except for the one event, which is $10.
right,
Um, Listen, we just need to go to the website. We can go
right.
to the Instagram, which is Black Women's History Month on the Instagram.
Yes.
Are you on TikTok as well?
TikTok too. Same things on
Black
TikTok.
Women's History Month is across the
Uh-huh.
board.
And it
So
might have Dr. Sha Battle for TikTok. I don't really know because I don't know
is it
TikTok that
Shay or
well.
Sha?
However way you want to say it. It's
No,
Shay. I just pronounce it Shay.
it's Shay. Okay,
Shay
Shay.
Battle.
I've been
Uh-huh.
saying Sha.
It's
That's
okay.
not.
That's what I'm saying. It's okay.
And then when I said Sha and you were like, yes, I just thought that I was right.
So it's fine.
Now,
It's
let me tell
fine.
you why I feel some type of way about it because my
What?
name is Akila.
Uh-huh.
When people say Akila, I'm like, no, that ain't it. That's not it. However you want to say it is not right, So you tell us how to say it,
Yeah. Well, I
Doctor.
pronounce it Shay.
Okay, Sha Battle. That's what it is then. But
Okay.
thank you so much for your time today. I truly appreciate it. Is there anything else that you want to leave us with? Anything you want to say?
The only thing I want to say though is honor a Black woman. She so deserves it. She needs the encouragement. She needs the accolades. She needs the support. She needs to know that she makes a difference. I don't care how small, I don't care how large. We all are the same. None of us are better than the other person. It's just our experiences which, separate us or define us, so to speak, but we are all the same. We all are the same. So support the Black woman, educate her or find education from her rather, but celebrate her, really celebrate her, honor her, you know, let her know that she's important. Let her know that she's beautiful. Let her know these things because she desperately needs to hear it. We are so oftentimes downtrodden or stepped on or not supported, not encouraged, or looked at as that we're not anything. All of that is out the window. We are something. We are to be celebrated. We are to be honored. We are to be appreciated for who we are and what we've given to the American people, our children, our families, our communities, everything. We are to be honored and we are to be celebrated at every step of the way.
And we will be celebrating the entire month of April,
Thank you.
International Black Women's History Month. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.